Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to episode 27 of my show, Wrestling with Brent. Um, actually, it's a special edition because this is Christmas Eve. So it's Christmas Eve episode. So happy early Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope everybody has a good Christmas tomorrow. Uh, Now let's get into it. I'm gonna give the AEW review of last night's show, and then I'm gonna give you the MLW review of last night's show. So let's get into it. And then after that, I just want to close it with some random thoughts about wrestling. But for now, let's just go straight to the reviews first. Um, all right, so we had AEW Dynamite last night. Um, and I also, before I go into this review, I just want to say real quick that I watched NXT, and NXT was good too. Had a couple really good matches on it. I still don't know if I'd say it was good as AEW. Maybe it's about maybe a tie. Maybe NXT was a little bit better, but I thought they was both good shows. So was MLW and Ring of Honor for Saturday and the Final Battle and all. Uh, so NXT had a good show as well. Um, but I'm still not going to review that show just because they don't put into a lot of effort into the wrestlers and stuff like that. So that's why it's still going to strictly just be um, AEW channel and a little bit of WWE here and there, like a special event or something. Maybe I'll review NXT next time I have a takeover, like a special event. Maybe then. Uh, yep. All right, so we're going to go straight into AEW. So here we go. The first match started out with the Inner Circle, Jericho and MJF versus Top Flight, Darius and Dante Martin, the new team. Uh, for those that didn't know, AEW was NBA. The regular season was the night before, started the night before. The rest of the had two games on, I believe, so all the other games came on last night. So AEW ran late last night. It ended after the NBA game. I actually watched most of that NBA game. It was actually really good. I watched bits and pieces of it, and then I watched like almost all the fourth quarter. It was very good. It was Boston and Milwaukee, I believe. And Jason Tatum, one of my favorite players from Duke, my man from Duke. I'm a big Duke basketball fan. He hit basically the game-winning shot. Hit that three-pointer hit the three-pointer that banged off the glass. It was a sweet shot. But the Celtics beat the Bucks. But anyway, um, so it felt like AEW was never gonna get started. As soon as the game finally ended, I was like, finally, thank God, now AEW can start. Um, So we had AEW. All right, first match was the Inner Circle, Chris Jericho and MJF versus Top Flight, Darius and Dante Martin. Said it already, but just want to remind you. I thought this was a really good match. I really liked it. Um, Top Flight continues to impress me. They're just very athletic. They work really well together. They sell good. They can take a beating. They can also dish it out. They can do a little bit of everything. They can do the high flying stuff. Um, They're just a very good young tag team. I like them. Uh, MJF looked good. I thought Jericho looked good in this match. That's also going to tie into the a little bit of some comments I'm going to make after I do the reviews. But I thought Jericho looked good. This was a bit of a long match. It was 11 minutes and 47 seconds. It was a good match. Um, Jericho and MJF won. Did that heat seeker type move on Darius and one of the brothers. So it was a good match. I had Jake who got involved at ringside. Uh, they were down on the floor, drop kicks. Did some Top Flight did some nice blocking. Um, One of the Top Flight brothers hit a double DDT on the Inner Circle. It was really cool. Uh, Basically, it ended with Jake Hager tripping up Darius, and then Jeff got that heat seeker for the win. So Jericho and MJF won. Good match. After the match, Hager complained about being absent the past couple weeks. Hager then goes on to tell Jericho and MJF that he has informed Tony Khan that he and Wardlow will be wrestling next week, so that'd be good. Uh, so that was a good little promo. Good to see Jack with some fire and some bass in his voice. A little angry side. I liked it. Uh, all right, so next we have a video package. It was actually a rap video with the Acclaimed. They were mocking the Young Bucks for their match tonight. It was a good little rap. I liked it. Said they were going buck hunting with a rap song. It's pretty funny. Cheesy and corny, stupid, but funny at the same time. So it served the purpose was what it was. It's pretty funny. I liked it. Uh, Now Tony Schiavone's in the ring. He's going to interview Sting. Sting comes out. His music hits with snow engines and all cool music. Sting looks great as usual. Has on his cool new Sting shirt. Has his bat with him. Um, Sting said he had come full circle being back on TNT. Uh, Talked about his time being as a pro young wrestler, watching Dusty Rhodes. Said that because of Dusty, he donned the face paint. When he saw Cody in AEW, he wanted him to be a part of, made him want to be a part of AEW, made Sting want to be a part of it, seeing Cody in it. Uh, yep, so it was a good little, this little self poem by Sting. Um, the crowd chanted "Welcome home." Team Taz interrupt and Taz come out, saying Sting was being completely selfish. They started to walk to the ring, but then the lights went out. When they came back on, Darby Allin was in the ring. Taz announced that Darby would defend the TNT title against Brian Cage on January 6th. Taz walked away. Darby walked away by staring at Sting. So this was just another build-up of Sting and Darby. Sting and Darby Allin having a match eventually. I don't know if it'll happen or not. Like I said, I don't think Sting's actually going to wrestle, in my opinion. I think he's just going to be more of like a enforcer type or like a, like a spokesperson, or like a promo guy, a hype guy. Um, But they could surprise us. It's AEW. You never know what they're gonna do. They always seem to do what everybody tells them not to do. When everybody says, "Oh, don't do that," or "You can't do that," they go and do it. So, if 90 some million people say on Twitter say, "AEW, you can't do that," or "You shouldn't do that," AEW is gonna try to prove you wrong and gonna try to probably do it. So maybe we'll see Sting have a little match with him. Just if because he has a little match with him, don't mean he actually has to have a really long match. It could be something very short, probably some interference or some cheap shot or something. You know, Sting could just come in and say, "I'm gonna have a match with you," and then attack Darby before the bell rings and hit him with a bat and knock him out cold before the match was even starting, and then leave the ring, and that'd be it. So you never know. Um, Next, they show a video package of MJF visiting Santana and Ortiz backstage. MJF told him that Santana that he had a recent death in his family as well, that he's here for him. Santana seems to react warmly to that. So this little segment made it look like that Santana and Ortiz is kind of warming up to MJF. I still ain't buying it. MJF just figures this is a good way of getting on their good side, trying to warm him up, butter him up, taking a stab at everybody in a circle in the back. We'll see. Maybe that was genuine. Um, yep. Uh, so that was that cool little segment. The next match we have the Dark Order, Colt Cabana 5 and 10. 10 is Preston Vance, 5 is Alan Angels, I believe. Preston Vance and Alan Angels wrestled a lot on Dark. Uh, Against Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and Marco Stunt. Uh, I thought this was a good match. I really liked it. Dark Order looked good. Colt Cabana and everybody looked good. Alan Angels looked good. So did Preston Vance. He's really strong. They did a pact when he first came in AEW about him being a former football standout, but like a big time player in college, and he got hurt, or high school or something like that. Uh, Jungle Boy done well. Marco Stunt did good. Luchasaurus, I thought, did really good. He looked like more of like a beast, like he should have looked all along from the get go. I thought he looked good. Marco Stunt surprised Cabana for Hurricane Rana and a drop kick. Uh, Jungle Boy got a drop kick in. He had a leg drop. Luchasaurus kicked away a kick from 10 and hit him with a brutal chop. Jurassic Express used stunt many times as projectile, so they could throw 'em on top of people and like use them basically like a battering ram, like a cannon, almost shooting them out of a cannon. It was really cool. Luchasaurus got one of his choke slams for standing moonsault in. Uh, Stunt caught Cabana with a crossbody off of Luchasaurus' shoulders. That looked cool. 5 hit a frog splash on Stunt. Uh, Basically ended up with Jungle Boy super kicked five, Luchasaurus military press stomped to the floor on the 10 and Cabana. Jungle Boy hit a powerbomb on five for the victory. So Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and Michael Stunt got the win. It was with the powerbomb on five from Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy pinned and beat him. The match was about 10 minutes and 37 seconds. Like I said, this was a good match. Jungle Jurassic Express always has to put on a good, entertaining match, and this is no exception. They did a good job. I liked it. So good match. I liked it. It was good. Um, was it better than was it better than the inner circle match and the top flight match? Yeah, but not by much. They was all pretty good matches, um, in my opinion. Um, yep. So now we have Tony Schiavone interviewing Jurassic Express of the match. FTR and Tully Blanchard come out and Tully challenged Jurassic Express on January 6th. So it's shaking up for January 6th to be a huge shaping up to be a huge show for AEW. So that's gonna be awesome. Uh, Next, we see backstage Alex Marvez with Kenny Omega and Don Callis. He's actually on site at the hotel. Callis complained about the rest of the run of the show in AEW. Omega pointed out all the times that Ray Phoenix has fell short in the past year. Omega told Ray Phoenix, told him that he can always go back to AAA, which is Conan's Federation, and he loses his AEW title match. So I thought Kenny's promo was really good, very cocky, uh, very nonchalant, very what's that word? Arrogant. Just very good, heelish. I thought this was the best promo I've ever seen of Kenny Omega. Even his New Japan stuff, I just thought he did a really good job here. He felt like he was convicted in what he was saying and believed what he was saying. And like he came off as really believable in my opinion of what he said. I just really liked this promo. I thought it was a good job. Him and Paul Callis done good too. Him and Callis just work good together as a team. They make a good team, and just on screen and everything, their chemistry is really good. I really like this promo and segment by Kenny Omega. It's a great job for him by him. Um, I'm glad Kenny. I think with this promo kind of shut everybody a little bit on his promo skills. Kind of shut everybody up, all the haters up a little bit, just a tiny bit, at least for the time being. Um, so I liked it. Great promo. Uh, Next, we had the Butcher versus Pac. It was a good match. Eddie Kingston was on commentary. Did a really good job. He's just so believable, so convincing. You really believe in what he's saying. He believes in what he's saying. Um, Very passionate, very into it, very serious. He's just very convincing. You can tell he's very into his character. Obviously, because I believe to him, he's not really playing a character; he's playing himself, and he's just being real. And I believe that really shows within him, as pertaining to him as a wrestler. No, I just think you can really tell. There's no scripting him. Nobody's telling him what to say or do. He's going out and doing and saying what he wants to do, and I like it. Um, I just think it suits him perfectly. Um, Butcher tried to assert his power advantage. Parker dodged him at one point. Eventually, uh, Butcher started to waste time as Kingston was going crazy on commentary. I like how Kingston's been going at Shivani lately. That's pretty funny. Uh, Kingston comes to ringside, but Lance Archer appears to prevent him from interfering. Pac catches Butcher with a kick and lands the Black Arrow for the win. I thought Pac's Black Arrow, the Red Arrow, was he's called in NXT and WWE. I think Black Arrow sounds better, and I thought uh, hadn't seen Pac Landis in a long time, it seems like, because of the pandemic and all, but I thought Pac landed it beautifully and it looked really cool. On TV and on camera, I thought it just came off really good. He hit it with a lot of impact. It got a lot of height and velocity and speed, a lot of power behind it. I just thought he hit it really good. Maybe the blast one of the best black arrows I've ever seen him hit. Uh, So Pac got the pin with the black arrow, got the win with 11 minutes and 47 seconds in the match. Since it was a long match too, but it was a good match too. I liked it. Can't complain about the match. It was good. I liked it. Uh, After the match, Pac and Archer stared each other down in the ring. Uh, Next, we see Jade Cargill is backstage. She congratulated Bundy Rhodes on her pregnancy. Uh, Jade said the time was awfully convenient. She wants a worthy opponent in AEW. So basically, this is kind of a way of, I guess, saying Jade making sure that them writing the story that the feud with Bunny's dead because she got pregnant. So Jade kind of put it in there as a little insult, and then so basically she's asking for another challenger. So we'll have to see who challenges Jade next. So we'll have to see. I think maybe it could be the return. Chris Statlander should be back soon. I believe she could chart. She could be the babyface. She could chart. I believe Jade should be the heel. They could, challenge each other, have a feud. Maybe finally do something with Penelope and have Penelope and Jade go against each other, where they hadn't really used Penelope in a while. Um, they could also do something with her and Thunder Rosa. Jade and Thunder Rosa every time she gets done with Britt Baker. They could go Nyla Rose. Um, they could use related people, but they need to start using Jade on screen soon. Because I like her as her talker and presence on screen. She's very beautiful. Seems very athletic. I've seen some of her training videos. She seems like she's gonna be a good wrestler. Of course, WWE and NXT passed on her, which is good for AEW, good for them. But she's probably glad they passed on her because they probably would have ruined her anyway. Uh, so WWE's lost AEW's game. Uh, Yep, so I hope to see Shaq fight soon eventually. Because in the promo, Jade still mentioned Shaq and Cody's little situation. So maybe Shaq and Cody will basically end up fighting. So we'll see. Um, yep. All right, now we have Tony Schiavone. He's with Kip Sabian, Penelope, and Miro. Penelope looks really beautiful. Kip Sabian and Miro spoke. Talked about the upcoming wedding in AEW. Uh, Sabian tried to announce the wedding date, but the best friend music played. Uh, then Miro and Sabian showed a video and said it was all a ruse, and they showed Trent being loaded into an ambulance. So they said the wedding's gonna be on February 9th on the episode of Dynamite entitled Beach Base. That should be cool. In my opinion, I know I've been saying this for a while and it hasn't happened yet, but in my opinion, it might be at the wedding. I believe something's going to happen and the wedding's going to get crashed or ruined, or somehow or another, Miro is going to turn on Kip Sabian. And I think they're going to start a feud. I think Miro has been using this whole gimmick, this whole stupid best friend kind of thing, just a way, to get on. To get acclimated to AEW. I think he's waiting for his time to really strike. I think he's going to take it all out on Kip in my opinion. That's my opinion. Now, it could go the other way around if he wants to do something between the two. M- uh, Kip and Penelope could screw Miro over somehow and make Miro the baby face and then turn, leave Kip the heel and have, Kip heel and Miro baby face and have them have a big feud with each other. Um, Maybe have them fight in the actual arcade. Maybe hit each other with some whack-a-mole things. Maybe smash each other in the face some controllers, or maybe fight each other in a ball pit, smash each other in the head with some balls, or uh, maybe smash each other through some pinball machines, maybe run them through some slot machines, or uh, run them through skeeter ball tables, uh, something like that, or maybe stick it for a basketball goal or something like that. It would be cool. They could have like a big arcade showdown or some sort. That'd be a cool idea for a feud. Or maybe just have them fight at one each other's house and destroy all the arcade equipment. Have a huge arcade set up. Have each other, somebody slam into one of the arcades and knock everything over, destroy everything. Uh, you know, knock some TVs over, something like that. Or maybe have it all go down in the Dave and Buster's event and have them like crash Dave and Buster's or something and just destroy each other at the Dave and Buster's would be cool. But it's just some ideas. Uh, yeah. All right, so now we have the next match, Evil Uno versus Dustin Rhodes. This was a quick match, pretty quick little squash. But Evil Uno looked good. Dustin Rhodes done good. Dustin Rhodes won for his running bulldog. It was an 8 minute and 41-second match. Uh, After the match, Uno offered his hand again, trying to get Dustin in the Dark Order. Uh, Dustin, kicked Uno. Stu Grayson attacked Uno. Uh, he didn't attack Uno. He attacked Dustin. Stu Grayson attacked Dustin. Uh, Lee Johnson of the Nightmare Tried to make the save, but no avail. QT Marshall came in. He also got beat up. So basically, this ended with the Dark Order. Dark Order basically beating up some of the Nightmare family, the majority of the Nightmare family, and standing over the Nightmare family pretty much. Um, but even though it was going like that, Lee Johnson eventually fought off the Dark Order with a double springboard drop kick. The Nightmare family, that QT, Dustin, and Lee Johnson all finally stood tall in the ring. But for a few minutes, the Dark Order was just beating them up. Uh, All right, now we have Tony Schiavone. He's with Sean Spears in the back. Sean Spears did a really good promo. I liked it. Sean Spears talked about having a down year, saying his confidence was still high. Tony tried to offer him constructive advice, but that didn't really go well. Spears said he's leaving AEW, will come back when he feels like it. So that was a good little promo by Sean Spears. It was good. I really felt like he meant what he was saying. I thought it was really good. I liked it. He was very believable. I liked it. Tony Schiavone tried to play his comments off. I liked it. It was good. Good promo. Um, Dash Gonzalez, I love her. She's always beautiful. I just love to see her anything she does. Uh, she's with Himiko Shida. Abaddon tried to attack Shida, uh, but staff members separated them. Uh, Next match, we have Hikaru Shida versus Alex Garcia. This was a good match. During the match, Abaddon appeared at ringside. Sheeta eventually ran over to Abaddon and just attacked her. Uh, she runs back and gets in the ring and hits Garcia with the Falcon Arrow for the win. So Sheeta won 3 minute and 30-second, 5 minute, basically a squash match with the Falcon Arrow. Sheeta won. After the match, Abaddon and Sheeta brawled at ringside. Abaddon violently bites Sheeta on the neck. Sheeta's bleeding. Abaddon stands tall. So Abaddon beat Sheeta on the neck, just confirmed, you know, further in the feud. Uh, they advertised next week for Omega vs. Ray Phoenix for the AEW World Title. John Moxley is also returning next week. Have Kawashita vs. Abaddon for the AEW World Title next week. Wardlow vs. Jack Hager. So next week's going to be a big show, in my opinion. Going to be really good, I believe, I hope. Um, AEW, at least in my opinion, has never disappointed me yet. So I'm sure that it'll be a good show as always. Next, we have the main event, the AEW World Tag Team Titles, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson versus the Acclaimed, Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. Uh, Caster come out with the boombox and did the funny little rap. It was pretty funny. Um, this was a really good match. It was long, like Young Bucks matches usually are, but I like long matches, so it didn't bother me. I thought Young Bucks did good. They really beat the crap out of the acclaimed. It seemed like for most of the match, the acclaimed coming into this match had been on like a 7 or 8 fight win streak. They had only lost one match in AEW as a whole. Um, and they had been getting a lot of big wins and doing a lot of cool moves and stuff on Dark and stuff. Getting a lot of offense in. So this match was a lot different for them. Uh, Basically, Young Bucks gave them a beating and they took it. Uh, the Acclaim did. Had a lot of cool usual Young Bucks moves, some DDTs, some slingshot facebuster moonsault combos, spring door double stomps, super kicks. Claimed got a really uh, cool double DDT in. Uh, Nick punted, catch from the apron, hit him. It was cool. Matt hit that Royal Northern Light suplexes he does. It looked cool. They did even did sharpshooters. The Young Bucks did. That looked cool. The Bucks even hit a Doomsday Device on Bowen. That was cool. Um, They did superplexes. Uh, Basically, it ended with the Bucks hitting the BTE trigger to retain their titles. So the Young Bucks won with their BTE trigger finish. That little double kick they do to the opponent's head. It was a 14 minute and 42nd match. So the Bucks were still tag team champions. They got the win, got the pin over the Acclaimed with the BTE trigger. So that's how it ended. The match ended. Young Bucks still tag team champions. That's the end of Dynamite. This was a very good episode of Dynamite. I liked it a lot. I think I liked it a lot better than a lot of the other YouTube people did. A lot of people said it was thought it was boring, nothing went on. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was a good match, a good show. I liked it. For me, I can't complain. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed AEW last night, which I have like every show. But I'm not saying that because I'm an AEW fan. I'm a wrestling fan as a whole, not just AEW. Uh, but I just always enjoy those shows. And it's always at least have at least one thing that's just really exciting or just really, it's like, man, this is awesome. Whereas, a WWE show, you're lucky if you get one or two things that's good, and the rest of it's just, crap. Just same old boring mess. Uh, and that's what I wanted to lead into. I said I was going to talk a little bit about other wrestling stuff. Did anybody see that promo Monday night with Matt Riddle and Jeff Hardy on Raw? It was just terrible. It made no sense. I had no idea what they was talking about. It was just awful. Uh, Gosh, that was one of the worst promos I've ever seen, think I've ever seen and ever heard. Even in wrestling, just for just regular, just in general conversation, it was just terrible. Made no sense. Awful. Uh, all right, so now that was all for AEW. Like I said, this was a good show. I liked it. Give it a 6.5 out of 10. It was a good show. Like I said, NXT was good too. They had a couple of really good matches. I liked the Rhea Ripley Dakota Kai match. That was very good. And the Adam Cole match was good. It's always good to see Adam Cole. He had a good match. And I thought the Jake Atkinson Swerve Scott match was good. I liked it. Uh, yep. And really liked the Johnny Gargano promos. I thought they were hilarious. I like Gargano even as a heel or a babyface. I think he did a good job with the material he's given. I wish the later minds on stuff they could be even better. But this last couple of videos of his heel run where he was in front of Christmas tree and got the Christmas sweater and all, I thought was really good. He was just being just such a jerk and just such a prick, and I just thought it was really good. He got one of his new members of his stable, The Way. The stable is him, his wife, Candice LeRae, you Indy Hartwell and Austin Theory, and he got Indy Hartwell a present, and she tried to open it and she opened it was a PS5. She thought she was outside, she's getting a PS5, and she shook it and said, "There's nothing in here." And he just got out of the box. He said, "Well, actually, the PS5's for me." I just thought that was funny. Because it's a PS5 joke, consider how like the hottest thing around the Christmas that's sold out in the U.S. I just thought that was funny. Yep, all right, so really quickly for the MLW results from last night. This was a good show. We had the final of the Opera Cup tournament, the finals. So we could find out the winner of the Opera Cup. Um, I'm going to just breeze for this quickly. There's a lot of video packages on MLW, which I like. They showed a lot of highlights of the Opera Cup. Um, as you know, Tom Law and Low Keep, faced off in this final match for the Opera Cup. Uh, First match, we have a tag team called the Dirty Blondes, Leo Bryan and Michael Patton with Arya Blake versus Ariel Dominguez and Daniel Starling. I think I've seen Dominguez a time or two. I hadn't ever seen none of these other people. This was a good match. I thought Leo Bryan and Michael Patrick, Dirty Blondes. I think they're a good tag team. I like their look. They kind of gave me like an old school old school WCW vibe for some reason. I thought they worked as a good tag team. It was a good match. I liked it. Dirty Blonde got the win. Next, to take a little more video package of Alex Hammerstone and Matt Kruger's Brawl from last week. Uh, Hammerstone did a little promo in a video package, and it was good. He did a promo on Matt Kruger Contra Unit. Um, Hammerstone basically said he's coming from Matt Kruger, so that's going to be good. I can't looking forward to that matchup. Hammerstone is just a beast. I like Kruger, so that should be a good match. I thought Hammerstone did a good promo. I think he always does. I like his promos, his look and everything. Of course, Selena De La Renta's announcement last week is Mil Muertes will be debuting in MLW soon, so I'm excited for that. He was one of my favorites in Lucha Underground, Mil Muertes, the Breaker of Bones. So it's glad to see him back wrestling. I'd heard a rumor a while back that he wanted to be in AEW, so I hope he does it soon. I'm a big Mil Muertes fan. He's awesome. The Breaker of Bones. He was Lucha Underground. Yep. So can't wait to see him in MLW and what he does, see what his first feud is. Um, Selena De La Renta said she has another big bombshell to drop at the MLW's big Kings of the Costume event in 2 weeks. That'll be cool. And they're telling what that is. Then backstage, Alicia Toot caught up with Low Key and they had the little promo. It was good. Uh, then she just did more. Alicia Toot talks more since Jordan Oliver and Simon Gotch will be in a grudge match. And the Von X will defend their tag titles against the Dirty Blondes in a Texas Tornado match. So that should be good. Um, Alicia talked about the upcoming match for Lil Rush. During her, when Attack was talking about Hammerstone and Kruger again, Kruger had the discernment to warn Hammerstone that his day of reckoning is coming at the Kings of the Coliseum, so that's cool. After the second break in the show, MLW just does a rundown of the top 10 MLW wrestlers for the week. Little list. Um, Next, they go to a gym in Los Parks who are sick and tired of guys like Dirty Blondes taking their spots. They issue MLW to give them more title shots in 2021, or else LA Park will retire. Uh, all right, now the main event: Filthy Tom Lawler versus Dominic with Dominic Guarini in his corner and Kevin Koo. The rest of the team Filthy in his corner versus Low Key, and Low Key had the Von Erichs in his corner. Thought it was a good match. I liked it. It was a good, long, hard-hitting, physical match. It's the way Low Key and Filthy Tom Lawler's matches are. Tom Lee. Uh, Tom Law to be a former MMA fighter and be a very good one at that. He's really trained to be a really good professional wrestler, in my opinion. Really good pro wrestler. He's really good submission and he's very believable and tough and aggressive. And I like him as a wrestler. He's really good. I liked him when he was a fighter. Um, I think I like him even better as a wrestler. To be honest with you. Um, Big fan of Low Key. Been a fan of his for years now. They delivered us with a really good, hard hitting, solid match. I liked it. Um, Basically, it ended with Tom Lawler getting the win. He basically got him with like a pin or like a roll up on off a momentum. Tom Lawler had actually basically got knocked out by Low Key, and Lawler actually got the roll up. Didn't even realize he got it because he was knocked out, and that's how he beat Low Key. But yep, good match. So Tom Lawler won. Uh, After the match, Team Filthy put Tom Lawler on the shoulders to celebrate the victory. Uh, so that's how MLW went off. So there you have it. This week's winner, this year's winner of the Opera Cup 2020 was Perfect Tom Lawler. So there you go. I was a bit surprised. I was a little bit surprised when Low Key loses. Seems like Low Key doesn't lose much. But good match. Another good episode of MLW. I liked it. So I give it probably about a 6 out of 10. Was a good show. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It wasn't nothing special, but it was a good show. It's another good show by MLW. Um, all right, so that's all for my reviews. I just wanted to say too. I was reading earlier online about NBA fans. They was making fun of wrestlers and AEW in general. After the NBA game concluded last night. I wish NBA fans wouldn't do that. It makes them look really dumb and really childish and really stupid. I'm an NBA fan. I've always liked the NBA. I like NBA. I like basketball as a whole. I like college basketball better, but I do like NBA. I've grown up an NBA fan my whole life. I'm just a big sports fan. I like pretty much all sports, except for golf, if you really count that a sport. I don't, but, to each his own. Uh, but, NBA fans need to lay off of wrestling fans, saying how wrestling's fake and laughing at us and stuff. Wrestlers take a lot of good bumps, and it's a lot of hard work that wrestlers do. Um, and I think wrestling fans are just as good as NBA fans. We have just as many fans as NBA fans. Um, I really think wrestling in general, as a whole, the fans and all, get a bad rap just because wrestling's predetermined, it's fake, and everybody knows it. And people that's really people's only argument. Oh, it's fake. It's always the argument they go to. But they don't know about how hard it is to actually get in the ring and wrestle. They don't actually take the time to sit down and watch training videos or matches, watch people training, or see them go to it live and see them work in the ring and see how hard it is, and they don't see the dedication and work that the wrestlers put in. The other sports don't. So I'm tired of NBA fans, people in general always ragging on wrestling. People need to quit commenting and talking about wrestling if they don't watch it. If they say it sucks, if they don't like it, then just don't talk about it. Don't comment. I don't want to hear your opinions. I don't want to hear your thoughts. If you don't watch it and don't follow it and don't know what's going on, you shouldn't be talking about it. Not like you know about it when you don't know about it. You shouldn't be able to say anything, little thing you say, and then somebody shouldn't be able to say something back and you get mad about it. Don't take the criticism if you can dish out the criticism and can't take it, don't dish it out. Um, so I just see that a lot of people on social media in general are always dissing wrestling. Even the companies going at one each other. AEW, in my opinion, has the right to go after WWE because WWE does so stupid, and just WWE started with all the shots in the beginning. Saying they're just a t-shirt company, and Triple H called them a piss out company and all that. So in my opinion, WWE started the wrestling wars. And the way Vince is buying up all the Ring of Honor talent, putting them in NXT, and they're not using them, um, basically. Um, all the Ring of Honor and Impact talent, and basically not using them for months and years, just leave them and just let them get buried. Um, so I just think people need to lay off of wrestling in general, lay off the criticism. Now, if you was to get involved in it or reviewing it and start being a fan of it, like it, you give constructive criticism. If you like it, it's your opinion, it's your opinion. And, you can have that. But if you don't watch it and don't like it, don't come at me on my channel or people in Germany say, oh, wrestling's fake or it sucks or it's predetermined this and that. I don't want to hear that mess. If you don't like wrestling, that's fine. That's fine and dandy. Go ahead and watch a little NASCAR. Little cars go around in a circle. That's garbage too. That and golf. You can have at it. Uh, I'm sorry, but wrestling is more entertaining than golf and NASCAR, in my opinion. Now, I will say that and believe that till the day I die. Golf is not a sport, and NASCAR is not a sport. I'm sorry. They are not athletes. Wrestlers are athletes. Yes, it's stuff's predetermined. Yes, it's choreographed, but wrestlers are athletes. It is a sport, even though it is sometimes faked, made up sport. It's not always fake. Parts of it's very real. You can get very hurt and readily injured. It's a lot of hard work that goes into it. Uh, so anyway, it's just my little rant on wrestling fans and sports fans in general. NFL's get to that too. NFL has just a bunch of crybabies and whiners, and their sports are rigged. A lot of stuff that goes on in their sport too, just like the NBA. So I don't want to hear that. I just Anyway, I was watching somebody's review earlier, and they was talking about how NBA fans was ragging on AEW fans last night, and that just got me just wanted to get my little tidbit, little 2 cents of my opinion on that of fans in general, sports fans in general. So that's my little opinion. So if you agree with me, that's fine. If you don't agree, I could care less. Whatever. You have your right to believe what you believe. All right. Anyway, so that's all for this video. Hope you guys liked it. Hope I get more subs. Keep supporting me. Give me feedback. Even if it, tell me I suck, that's fine too. I hope y'all liked it. Hope everybody has a good and happy, safe uh, Christmas. Have a good, happy Christmas. Have a good Merry Christmas. Happy wrestling to everybody. See y'all. Bye.